Hi there, one and all, and welcome to the last part of our mini-series Recorded at Home. Today we're gonna cover the last stages that make it possible for our music to travel from our hands to your hands. Rather than mixing and mastering, I'll call this stage post-production, because at least in my case I still tweak different little things, not only by mixing but also by adding some small elements that the final mixes suggest are still missing. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about? Can't say I blame ya. Let me explain with a small example. On Marina from our last EP, stuck with a rhyme, there's a huge build-up towards the end where it goes from something sonically minimal to this huge outburst of musical energy. And now while Marina has several parts in itself, the main vibe of the song is the one you get after about 15 seconds in, which is a cool forward driving vibe. And while the musical outburst towards the end is extremely powerful, it just didn't have that same vibe as the listener sort of expects after the previous parts. So I waited a few days and I listened back to the song with fresh ears, and I immediately knew what the final part needed. I picked up a plastic bottle lying on my desk and played a rhythm pattern on it. Then added a few other rhythm elements, all of which you can't actively hear in the mix, but sort of magically the vibe that was missing before is back in there, and the finale works beautifully. So that's what I mean with sort of post-production kind of thing. It's not like the final mixing stage, it's more like a final correction stage, if you will. Since I do all my recording and mixing digitally, but the sound of the Fisherman and the sea at the same time is pretty organic and natural, I wanted to find someone to master our tracks on analog gear. Through my foray into the internet, I'd come across this guy in Wisconsin, Justin Perkins, who'd written a blog post, I think, and basically had all the same ideas and thoughts as me about how music should sound and all that. So I hit him up, he was up for it, and he's been mastering all our tracks ever since. Now, if you're wondering what mastering actually is, think of it this way. It's like a last revision of a book, where you make sure that all the commas are correct, the spacing is as it should be, and say you maybe pick out the paper you want to print your book on. All of those are small things that you don't pay attention to when reading the book, but if they're off or even missing, the whole thing just becomes crummy. It's the same with mastering. Okay, I think that just about covers it. If you have any questions whatsoever, just leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this little mini-series about recording our first album and our first EPs at home. Thanks for watching and see you at the shows. Whoa, no.